LeadX. X is for the extracurricular life of the Ateneo College students. X is for the X factor that transforms them into leaders, into men and women for others. X is for LeadX. LeadX.
Down from the hill, we stand on a hill.
Morning, Ateneo. You are tuned in to Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. It is 9:06 a.m. and you are listening and watching to LeadX. This is the show all about student activities, student leadership, and student org life here within the Loyola schools of the Ateneo in Manila. Magandang umaga po. We are brought to you by the Office of Student Activities. Ako po si Neil Reyes. And with me is...
Magandang umaga po. Ako po.
Yan.
Me. Gino Flores. Ayan, sorry. Nagkaano tayo. Nagkasabay tayo, Sir Neil. Ayan. Good morning po sa kung nasa radyo pa rin kayo, no, malamang nasa Ateneo ka ngayon or nasa surrounding areas. Good morning po kayo. Good morning po kayo at kami. Ayan, so hello po dun sa alam ko yung nakikinig sa atin sa on campus, usually yung mga sila Kuya Dong, yung mga ating mga guards. So good morning. Ayan, good morning po. Tsaka yung mga nasa De La Costa Homes. Ayan, good morning. Tsaka mga taga-dorm, good morning po.
Ayan, sabi ko nga, it is a beautiful Monday morning. It is September 7, 2020. It is actually the first Monday of the first Monday of September dahil last week. Kung naalala niyo po, last week wala kami. Dahil last week, August 31 was... Wala rin kayo.
Wala din kayo.
Last one was National Heroes. Kaya po, it was a national holiday, so wala pong live programs on Radyo that day. So officially, this is our first episode for September. At pumasok na nga tayo, Sir Ino, sa Burr months at kung saan ko ulit nakikita si Jose Marichan. Nasabi nga niya sa parang may request siya na sana raw wag siya gawing parang Christmas icon. Ayaw raw niya. Ayaw daw niya maging...
talaga?
Dahil... parang tagapaghatid siya ng Christmas, pero ayaw niya maging parang Christmas icon, kumbaga.
Kasi Jesus Christ is shaking.
Yan. Parang ganun na nga. Kaya...
Hindi naman.
Yan.
So para... go ahead. Ayan, kasi actually kahit yung mga late night shopping ko, nakikita ko si Jose Marichan eh.
Oo.
Yung mga out of nowhere, bigla kang magigising 2:00 ng madaling araw and then you open an app, shopping app most of the time, and you will see him and there as well.
At may kasi 'di ba, meron siya ini-endorse ngayon. Nakita ko siya sa TV kahapon lang yata, para sumasayaw siya. Meron siya ini-endorse na shopping app. Iba talaga siya.
Magkano kaya binayad nila Chubby para pasayawin si Jose Marichan?
Hi Chubby. Good morning Chubby at sa inyo diyan. Ayan. And ngayon nga, September 7 is also day 177 of our community quarantine, dyan sa NCR, pero I think, I guess the rest of Luzon hindi naman nalalayo dahil, di ba, few days after declaring community quarantine over NCR, buong Luzon na rin. And from 2 weeks ago na we were almost at 190,000 2 weeks ago. Right now, we are at 237,000 plus. So, ganun pa rin. Pataas pa rin ang ating count.
Ayon yan sa COMELEC/DOH. Ayan. Bibila ng tali. Ayan, so actually ngayon, Sir Neil, dalawa yung binibilang natin, ano? Kung ilang araw na tayo nasa countdown, tsaka kung ilang araw na lang sa Pasko.
Oo.
So, parang dalawa. Tapos bukas na yung mga gym.
Oh my!
Di ba? Bukas na yung mga gym. Tapos na dyan sa Pinnacle.
Ay, nag-a-announce na sila na parang stay tuned for parang
diba?
members. We will update you soon. Ayan. Well, hindi naman ako member doon.
Ay, hindi na ba? Ayan. Kasi
Hindi
yung
ako
dito,
nasa baba.
cross.
Alam nyo, nasa baba nun.
Ay, member tayo sa baba, syempre.
Oo. Siyempre, pag
Ano nga eh? Ay, nako. Privileged card.
Yeah.
So yung mga yung mga Samgyup restaurant owners, I'm sure isa kayo sa pinaka tinamaan talaga nitong pandemic na to, tsaka yung economic fallout that we're experiencing right now. So ayan, hang on kasi pagtapos ng lahat ng ito, magsa-Samgyup tayo lahat.
Yan. Oo. Huwag po kayong magsasara.
Huwag po kayong magsasara.
Dahil sure po kaming bibisita kami after nitong
Huwag kayong aalis, babalik kami.
balik kami. Ayan. Okay. At well, ito na nga ang iniisip nga natin Sir Ino, no, yung pinag-usapan natin the past couple of months na ang sabi kasi ay ang peak daw natin is towards the end of July or mid-August, pero yun nga hindi pa rin natin nakikita yung trend na pababa ng ating count. So dire-diretso pa rin siya pataas. So I guess we haven't reached the peak yet, pero yun, kaya nga ang sinasabi natin, ang paalala natin lagi sa ating mga katipunero at katipunera ay ganun pa rin, mag-ingat pa rin, always wear your face masks, at least when you go outside, you have your face shield, mas okay yun. Although may mga sinasabi 'di ba na raw na parang may nabasa ko article recently na scientists are saying that aside from yung masks na may valve, parang hindi ito nakakatulong ang face shields.
Yes.
Daw, sabi nila kasi
Ako din yun.
kapag may face shield ka, tapos umubo ka or bumahing ka, ganyan, parang mas nagsispread pa raw yung droplets.
Yes. So, let me tell you, yung face shield that's popular right now, yung may parang glasses. Before the pandemic, if you search those shopping apps, kung saan siya naglo-load, kung paano mo siya hahanapin. Yung popular na, hindi siya face shield. Ano siya? Pang-protect siya from yung mga tilamsik ng cooking oil pag nagpiprito.
Okay.
Yun. If you look for it on those apps, yung mga shopping apps, parang parang face frying protection, ganyan. Makikita mo yun yung maglo-load. Hindi talaga, face shield siya pang prito.
Oo. Hindi
siya pang COVID-19 sa totoo lang pero yun. Pero hindi ko alam if it's backed by scientific data, pero yun nga sabi mo dun sa study parang hindi naman siya ganun ka-effective. Hindi ko alam kung yun mismo or do we have to wear yung medical grade ba yung ginagamit sa hospitals for it to be effective, di ba?
Yun lang. Ang problem lang is parang how can we get our hands on those types of equipment, di ba? Kaya
Tsaka wag natin unahan yung mga frontliners, di ba? Kumbaga, mas kailangan nila yun.
Di ba? Ang kailangan natin ay, again, stay home, go out only if it's necessary, if you really need to go out, kung mamimili ng essentials, ganyan. And sumunod na rin sa mga, yung mga LGU guidelines niyo. Nababanggit ko lang to dahil sa LGU namin, meron kami tinatawag na barangay coding.
Wow!
Oo. At sa aming barangay, pwede na kami lumabas for essentials every Tuesday and Friday. And Sunday. Kapag Sunday, parang suspended yung barangay coding. So, kahit anong barangay pwede pumunta sa mga mall, ganyan. Kahit sa mall. Hindi ko mapapasukin sa mall dito kung hindi schedule ng barangay nyo.
Ay, ganun. Huwag po kayong titira dyan. Joke lang. Hindi. So yung ano mo, Sir Neil, yung bago mong village, sa ano pa rin siya, doon pa rin sa dati yung town. Akala ko lang, di ba nasa border kayo then? So parang, nag-ano pa rin kayo, doon pa rin kayo sa kabilang
Doon
town.
pa rin,
Sa
sir.
city pa rin.
Hindi pa tayo
Hindi pa tayo magka-town.
Hindi pa. Pero muntik na. Lapit na.
Oo. Kasi dito sa town namin, ano siya, parang, ano bang nangyayari dito? Parang kung, ano lang, yun, yung required, sa amin ang requirement lang, yung mag-face shield.
Ayun.
Everywhere. So, kahit dun sa, pag basta bumibili ka, ganyan, kailangan face shield ka. Pero nag-grocery ako one time sa kabilang town, sa town ni Mayor Vico. Ano siya, parang mas kampante ako actually mag-mall dun sa city nila kasi strict yung pagpasok sa mall. Like, bilang lang talaga yung tao, binibilang talaga nila. Tapos, even yung pagpasok mo sa mga boutiques, nakalagay yung number of people that are allowed to enter.
Capacity.
Oo. Na hindi ko nakita dito sa town namin. Oo.
So, Mayor.
Mayor. Si Mayor namin, okay naman yan. Okay yan.
Oo naman.
Ano siya, kita mo naman yung ginagawa talaga. Pero syempre, different strokes for different folks. So, sa tingin nila, yun yung effective dun sa town nila, gawin natin.
Speaking of different strokes for different folks, yung mga balita ngayon, isa sa mga malalaking balita over the weekend was the white sand along Manila Bay.
Yan.
Na nagkakagulo lang ngayon. Kasi nasabi ng ibang officials sa ibang government agencies ay this is for aesthetic purposes. May mga nagsasabi na this is for magandahan lang yung mga tao. Pero may mga nagsasabi naman na may scientific purpose talaga yung lalaki nila yung white sand sa Manila Bay. So, right now, nagkakagulo within, I think interagency nagkakagulo sila. Ano ba talaga ang purpose na paglalagay natin ng white sand sa Manila Bay? And of course, syempre, netizens, alam naman natin ang reputation ng Pinoy netizens. Talaga
Yes.
Talaga.
Galit sa lahat. Galit sa lahat. Yan.
Oo.
Yan. Wala. Kung aesthetic purposes lang naman, parang hirap. Kasi parang, yun ba yung nakakailangan at this point?
Kaya, ayun. Kaya tuloy yan. Siyempre, marami nasasabi ang mga tao ngayon.
Yes. Parang, ito ba? Yung nga natin, no? Parang, okay, parang gutom ako, pero at least may nakikita naman akong white sand.
Ganda.
Wala akong trabaho, pero meron naman akong white sand.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to help us sa ating mental health.
Oo, yun nga. So, okay.
Sabi nila.
But of course, siguro parang indulging them, sige, mental health, pero yun nga, what about yung physical health naman? Done. Okay, sige.
Okay.
Tahan natin yung white sand.
Okay. Iwan. Tsaka, ano ba yan? Parang, would you actually go there even if it has white sand, knowing na ang dumi ng Manila Bay, di ba?
At ang makakita lang naman talaga doon, yun, yung mga pupunta at yung mga dumakdaw dito sa along Manila Bay. Akong taga dito sa Rizal, pupunta pa ba ako ng Manila Bay?
Ba't ako pupunta doon?
Hindi ako lumalabas masyado ng bahay,
Kaya dyan na lang ako sa hinulugang taktak. Yan. Na bagong landscape, tsaka bagong mini-maintain na nila.
Wala na yata yung mga nakasulat sa
Oo, wala nang nalalaglag na bote ng mineral water pag
Ayan. No, marami po talagang nangyayari sa ating bayan lately. Kaya, ayun, manood-nood lang po tayo ng balita. No? Happening around us. Within the university naman po, we're talking about this earlier that the first semester for the Loyola schools will be opening on Wednesday, September 9. Ayan. Finally, we will open.
Are you excited, Sir Neil?
Yan.
Can I hear your excitement?
Can I hear some excitement?
The crowd.
Ayan, mag-open na po. So for the LS students and of course for the freshies na halos katatapos lang ng ORSEM, yan. Ito na yon. At maraming orgs pala sa inyong nag-prep course nitong weekend.
Oo, I heard. Isa na dyan yung isa sa mga ibang orgs natin. I'm sure na-imagine ko yung iba-ibang mga admin natin, no, medyo nag-record ng kanilang mga hellos, high-end hellos over the previous weeks na sa kanilang cameras. I hope we're all getting used to it kasi mukhang matagal-tagal tong online learning na ito.
Dahil nga before last weekend we were for the LS the VPLS office has announced that we will be going into online. Tama ba?
I think na lang siya, no, it came from a freshman di pala, yung parang meeting ng parents with the admin. Doon lang yata na nasabi na it seems although wala pa tayong memo, wala pang formal announcement, pero we're hearing that sinabi na merong mukhang yung mga susunod na araw, susunod na months going to this school year ay magiging online na rin.
Yun nga po, let's wait for the official announcement.
Yes.
Memo. Kasi it has been going around on social media na pinapost na ng mga tao sa Twitter na kaya nabagpasa.
Yeah.
Pero let's wait for the official announcement.
Yeah, but ako personally, I didn't hear it directly, so I've been also hearing it a lot from the students and then from colleagues, diba, na ganoon. So let's wait for official announcements about that.
Pero ang na-announce na is that the graduation for batch 2020 will be this
online.
Online graduation this October. Yun.
Like everything else.
Oo. Yun tingnan natin. Pero kahit ano mang mayari, congratulations batch 2020.
Yes. Kumbaga, this doesn't define who you are. So, although sobrang mahirap, no, going into the future, it looks uncertain, pero ang tingnan siguro isa sa mga gifts na we have to also consider is natapos, di ba? Kahit pa naman yung paraan, natapos. So we're on to our next stage, and so we hope for the best for batch 2020, at sana makakita ako ng robot sa online class.
So yun, ayan, yan yung mga yung mga may init na balita. Wow. May init na balita within the university and sa bansa natin ngayon. Now let's go on to our show. If you remember 2 weeks ago when LeadX yung last episode ko namin, we talked to representatives from the Ateneo Economics Association, AEA, and the Loyola Mountaineers to talk about old projects, new realities. Pinag-usapan natin doon, of course, ang Valentine's in August, ang HIA ng AEA. And yung buong application process at yung nature ng LM kung paano sila mag-operate ngayong online tayo. At marami talagang ganun, Sir Ian, no? Marami talagang
This year.
maraming events and projects talaga that we are used to seeing on-site. No? We're used to experiencing inside the campus na wala talagang choice sa ngayon but to bring that to the virtual world. At isa na nga sa mga pinag-uusapan ngayon recently, of course, is the COA RecWeek. Ayan, papalapit na. At ngayon pong umagang ito, for all our watchers, for viewers and listeners, kung meron po manonood na precious dito, you're welcome to stay until the end of the show because we are actually joined by the project heads of COA RecWeek 2020. So, ayan, when we call your names, you can turn on your cameras. We have first, we have Miss Keanne Abalos. Hi, Keanne.
Hi, sir. Good morning po.
So, good morning. We also have
Keanne.
LFP, Isabelle.
Thank you po.
Morning.
And of course, the VP for Special Projects. Palagi parang nakakailang guest na rin niya.
Oh,
Ayan, we have Enzo.
magkakaroon na rin sila ng sariling show soon.
Oh, ikaw ba yung charge doon, Enzo?
Morning, sir. Hindi naman, sir. Iba na yun.
Yan. Welcome sa inyong tatlo. Good morning. At we're excited and I'm sure all our students, especially the freshers, are excited to hear all about the RecWeek. Pero ano muna, kung meron muna kayong gustong batiin, we have anyone to greet, shout outs before we talk about the RecWeek. Yan muna. Si Enzo nakailang shout out.
Kainis.
Yan, shout out.
Siguro we'd like to give a shout out po to our core RecWeek team na they've been with us and they've been tirelessly working with us for the last 3 months. Talagang all heart out po sila just for the 2 weeks for these people that we don't even know, pero at the end of the day we will learn to love them. And also for our orgs na they've also been working with us, they've been so cooperative. And super proud po kami sa lahat na nagawa po nila. Ella?
Sela.
And same with me, I would like to shout out for my core team and the orgs as well.
Ayan, dahil nga, syempre sila marami pang tao involved in to make sure that the first fully online COA RecWeek will become a success. Enzo, go. Shout out.
Same lang din, sir, core team. But also especially the officers, especially the orgs who have been working on this kasi it's really been something new for all of us, di ba? Bago talaga lahat ng ways that we're doing it. So really shout out to them for really being creative, for experimenting how really best to recruit members for their orgs. Yeah.
Ang hindi lang yata nagbago yata sa mga nangyari sa the past few months, yung pangalan natin. No? Mga pangalan nating lahat. Tsaka yung mga pangalan ng projects, but everything else changed. Bago yan, Sir Neil, batiin din natin yung mga nanonood. No? Si Anthony De Los Santos, Ivan Anthony De Los Santos. Hi, bossing, smile naman dyan. Yan. Tsaka si Pip Pintigan. Yan, go RecWeek core daw.
Ay,
Pip, kamusta naman dyan?
Hi, Philip.
Sila, kung meron kayong questions about RecWeek, kahit medyo maiksi lang yung oras natin, so para we can post them here para we can ask directly, ask these questions directly to our core project heads. Ayan.
Okay, sige. Bago tayo punta sa RecWeek, siguro nabanggit na namin kanina yung opening ng first semester sa Wednesday. Kumusta? mga preparations ang ginagawa ninyo for
Yes.
for the first sem? Nag-ano ba kayo?
Ready na ba kayo?
Intercession ba kayo? May intercession classes kayo?
Ako po sir, nag-intercession.
Yan, si
Yes, sir.
Jen, si Enzo rin.
Ako
Enzo?
hindi, sir.
Kasi
No,
Enzo pala.
Aba. You're the chosen one.
Hindi ka mo ano.
Back to sir.
Thoughts, feelings about first sem? Ready na ba ang internet ninyo?
Ready naman na po. I've been looking at my classes din po, tapos checking kung sino yung mga classmates. But right now, in the process of load revision din po ako, so not super sure pa with some of my subjects.
Okay. At may bagong di ba? May bagong process na load rate talagang wala. Fully online na rin. Si Keanne.
Sir, medyo fortunate po kami ni Ella na nakapag-intercession po kami. So, medyo na-feel na po namin ng onte. Siguro we're just more than the physical preparations, it's also the emotional and the mental preparations, not only for ourselves, but also to support our blockmates and friends na hindi pa nakapag online classes because it's really a big difference dun sa traditional learning setting. Yun lang po.
Yan. Katulad ni Enzo na hindi nakapag-intercession. Baka meron pa yung tips and advice para kay Enzo.
Paano pa makatagal sa canvas? Yan, yung mga ganun. Ayan, and good morning din sa ating mga teachers who are also try to finish their courses ahead of the class opening of classes this Wednesday. So sana natapos nyo na. Kapit lang!
Oo nga, kapit tayong lahat. Dahil, of course, yun nga yung lagi natin binabanggit sa inyo na aside from this being the students' first time din ang karamihan sa ating faculty members to go fully online. Well, technically lahat tayo pa medyo first time natin talaga itong lahat. Yung activities ngayon lang talaga mangyari fully online, walang on-site student activities, including recruitment, including RecWeek. Bago natin puntahan yung preparations and how you translated RecWeek into this fully online event, baka maganda to si Enzo na siguro tatanungin ko. Maganda siguro for the benefit of our freshies. And siguro sa parents nila, pag pinag-usap nila, Ama, Dad, magre-recruit na. Ano yun, anak? Recruitment. Anong recruitment yan?
Anong recruitment yan?
Ano yan?
May bayad ba yan?
Ayan. Baka maganda, Enzo, if you can explain briefly, what is COA RecWeek? Ano ang nangyayari? Anong ginagawa doon?
Ayun, sir. So, again, RecWeek is a yearly event, so it's an annual event na COA really organizes, and it's a means talaga for the orgs na involved to recruit their members, and as well as showcase na rin themselves to promote yung advocacies nila, promote what they're gonna be doing for the year, in hopes of being able to recruit members. No? So, ayun, RecWeek is composed of around 60 to 70 ata participating orgs kami this year, and but it's really a service that COA provides for the orgs para mas mapadali yung recruitment process nila na yung registration websites, even promotions, they don't really have to worry about that. Pero they can really focus more on how to showcase themselves, how to promote themselves, diba? And we also try to make it easier for the students na lahat na ng orgs, we put it as much as possible in under one umbrella na parang we're able to give them parang a fair ground na ito yung lahat ng orgs na pwede niyong salihan, and then these are the stuff that are about them and everything. So ayun, parang I guess for me, RecWeek, aside from it being the strict definition na recruitment event, it's really a celebration of org life. A celebration siya ng lahat ng different advocacies, the different people that make up our org community, di ba? It's a celebration of what we do talaga to really pursue and strive for different advocacies and passions.
Yan. Tama tama yun magandang perspective yun na aside from it being an event to recruit members or to recruit new members, it's also a way to showcase the organizations ng sabay-sabay para makita na rin ng maraming tao kung ano-ano ba ang ginagawa ng advocacy ng organizations kasi normally we just see organizations individually, di ba? Pag nagpo-post sa social media platforms nila, ganyan. Parang org fair, yeah, it's basically an org fair. Parang
Tama yun, Sir Neil, kasi and then right now, since everyone is in one way or the other online, di ba? Parang to the broader community, it's also a way to showcase and introduce our orgs. Kasi like ako, previously, when doon sa physical rec week, like if I'm a typical member of the community sa LS, I'm from a different office, sobrang liit naman nung opportunity for me to go up the MBT stairs or go to the red brick road. And then right now, ang kagandahan niya na magiging online siya is also a way to also take time for the members of the community to check out kung ano yung mga ginagawa ng mga orgs natin. And mas madali siya kasi parang makikita mo lang siya online.
yan. At ngayon na nga, from last year na nagkaroon ng ng kakaiba or panibago with RecWeek. Kasi di ba, before last year, RecWeek has always been held in the roof deck of
Lamig.
FVP. Napakadami, di ba?
Napakalamig na FVP roof deck.
Lalo na, pinagdagan mo pa ng mga stall tsaka daming tao ng mga org.
Yan.
Ang init. Ayan. Binaba ng COA last year ang RecWeek sa Red Brick Road, and it was a success. I saw that we saw that it was a success. It was first time in a long time, or first time nga ba? Baka ever since MVP was built, lagi nang
Yeah. First time yet. Here long enough. So first time siguro. First time.
yan, na nasa Red.
Because of honestly, it's because of regulation before. Kaya sa Red. And then last year, thankfully sa ating mga partner offices, nagkaroon ng opportunity to hold it sa Red Brick.
Tignan natin, mukha namang kaya namang ibaba sa Red Brick Road.
Yes.
Success ang RecWeek 2019. Ngayon naman, pupunta tayo sa isa na namang panibago with RecWeek. Now, it will be fully online for the first time this 2020. Ngayon, ito, tarangin na natin si Keanne and Ella about this. About preparations. Kumusta, paano nagbago, paano binago nitong pandemic, nitong community quarantine natin, and the knowledge that we will be going fully online for the first semester when RecWeek usually happens. Paano niyo nabago yung plans niyo? Did you have plans of an on-site RecWeek before all of this, or talagang online na siya conceptualized right in the beginning?
Well, sir, conceptualized as online na from the beginning siya. Since with the current situation na po, yun, we considered na it will not be feasible na on-site, on-campus, ganun po. So for preparation naman po, we restructured our core team to the different tasks and roles that we need din po. So we have, right now, major change is we have a committee for web development to help with the website making po for us naman. And some roles din po are revamped, like our promotions committee, more engagement online din po for our presence. So from last year to this year, it's really more initiatives for us to promote ourselves online din po, and partnering up with a lot of orgs din po to help us increase our reach and also help us help us deliver our goal then to the orgs. Yan. How about you, Kian?
Ayan.
Um,
Maraming ang maraming mga na ano ba committees na nabago or nadagdag siguro
Yes. True.
tayo sa online. Kian?
siguro same rin po with Ella. We had to reassess everything. Starting with what we had and ano yung pwede po naming ma-work with. So starting with our core team, ano yung limits, ano yung kayang gawin without burning out everyone, without pushing everyone to the limits. And then yun nga po, the technical aspects of Rec Week, a physical event that has to be transferred online. Ano yung mga sacrifices that had to be made? So we made adjustments like the two comms. And then I think the biggest change is more on the promotional aspect. And I think this is where where we felt the community support, especially from Ateneo, na all the offices are willing to help us. We really felt that more of the bayanihan spirit here kasi talagang hindi lang po core team gumagalaw. Marami pong tao na made Rec Week possible. And yun po, yun yung mga preparations namin. It's really more of reassessing, revamping, and then always reflecting if in line po ba siya sa message namin at the end of the day.
At yun nga, no, Sir, on the fly din, although may plan na, pero parang on the go, may mga developments and changes pa with the plans.
Kasi parang now more than ever, di ba? Parang nagiging changing the tires where the car is moving. So parang ganun lahat ng ating mode. Pero totoo yung sabi ni Kian, yung parang very yung mga tao ngayon, more than ever. Siguro yun din, ano? Parang without parang disregarding yung fact na parang everything's just stressful these days. Parang lahat ng ginagawa natin parang nakakapagod siya. Pero yung yung comfort niya is everyone's just trying to help out, and then parang dahil doon it brings some excitement to the things that we're doing. Kasi ako particularly excited ako sa how the Rec Week will look like. Given na we're charting it, parang you're charting a new environment. Parang yung sa ORSEM, di ba? Nung nagsisimula yung ORSEM, parang na-excite talaga ako dahil wow, iba to. So, and it turned out well, di ba?
Yan. Oo nga. Marami talaga nagtutulungan. Yun yung di ba, one thing to comment about the community. Well, nakikita naman natin sa social media rin, no? Yung tulong na ini-extend talaga ng university to the students. And nakakatuwa yung tulong na ini-extend nila to student activities. So, yung in-extend
even if hindi nila talaga strength yung dealing with di ba? I mean, see different departments putting up their Facebook pages, di ba? Parang hindi nila yan skill pero they have to do it because that's one of the reasons, one of the medium na para lang makarating yung messages to students, di ba? So parang rin siya, yung challenge din nandun, di ba?
Oh. All right, let's talk about the team. Okay, Hotel COALESCE. Ano to? Parang how did you come up with the team?
Ayan. Sir, we started with our message naman po. So, coming together as a community since org life, we come together in MVP po, ganon. And we are united, especially in this pandemic. So, we really want to push that message that orgs are spaces for students to go into an advocacy, stand up, and make ripples of change din po. So, that's why we aligned our team with what we wanted to put across as a message to the students.
Pero why parang yung name siya pa hotel. Ano yun?
When we started to think of teams po, we asked our creative. So, lahat po ng proposals nila ay galing po sa core team mismo. And then we ended up with hotel because we wanted the siguro medyo miss na rin po kasi ng lahat yung MVP building. So when we think of hotel, oh, we can see the MVP na ito yung org rooms, ganyan. So that's why we have cluster rooms rin po para just to parang make everyone feel na kahit na hindi niya nakikita si MVP physically, eto may virtual space tayo just to make it all happen. And siguro ang pinaka pushing factor po sa namin sa team message po namin ask para we convince them na joining org should still be important. Lalo na po marami po nangyayari ngayon, parang especially the pandemic, ang dami pong changes na nagaganap. Bakit kailangan mag-join pa rin ng orgs? And yun nga po, sabi, bouncing off from Ella, we wanted to remind everyone na joining orgs is also pursuing one's passion and finding advocacies. And the orgs are spaces where you can practice and make changes and making a stand, especially in society. So this is where you can make your maybe emphasize or find your purpose in life. Kasi when you join orgs, especially actually lahat naman po may different advocacies. When you join orgs, it's really for the betterment of society because you are envisioning a better world for everyone po.
Miss na natin talaga MVP, no? Pero hindi yung amag ngayon sa
I know. Tsaka yung amoy, wag na. Amoy ulam.
inano ngayon, medyo may amag siya.
We're just there, di ba? We were just there last Friday. Tama
Last
ba?
2 Fridays
Weeks
ago,
ago. 2 Fridays ago.
nakabalik ako for the first time since March, since nang nag-lockdown. At ayun, may mga spots sa mga bagay-bagay.
Meron ng sariling ecosystem.
Nag-good morning nga sa akin yung sopa.
Nakapag-enlist na ba yung mga amag sa office? Ready na ba silang mag-canvas?
Ayan, pero I can totally relate to that, Keanne. Siguro kami rin ni Sir Nino that of course, syempre na-miss din natin yung physically going to the campus, going to MVP, mga nanghihiram na sushi kay Ma'am Mitch para ibuksan yung order.
Yes. But please don't go there kung I mean, may mahigpit sa school, di ba? So parang kailangan mo ng clearance, ganyan. So when you go there, just do your task and then leave, no? Kasi may mga people also, kasi yun nga, di ba, parang act like you have the virus. So syempre, there are people also living there, and then most of them are vulnerable. So yung mga yung mga Jesuit priests. So do your business and then leave. Yun, kahit masakit, So try not to take pictures naman para tumagal kayo. Wag na nyo nang gawin yun. Marami nang gumagawa niyan. So, basta pag alis nyo, pagkuha ng gamit, alis na agad.
Okay, so okay pala yun, no? Maganda pala na from the get-go, it was really conceptualized as an online event, no? Dahil naman na naisip naman na talaga yung RecWeek during the lockdown. What sa ngayon, are there parang ahead of RecWeek and in the final stages of the preparations, are there any fears, apprehensions on your end? Ikaw, Enzo, meron ka bang inaalala sa ngayon na baka hindi mag-work or baka magloko during RecWeek itself? May mga ganun ka bang thoughts ngayon, Enzo?
Well, actually, since a lot of the things that we're doing this year parang are totally new. Parang we're gonna have online events, for example. We're gonna be having that the first week of Rec Week. Actually, right now we're kind of working with a regulated calendar for blasting. So we're also working with the orgs in terms of parang desaturating or declogging yung online feed, yung mga Facebook platforms natin. And of course, the main siguro the main facility of Rec Week being the website na dito mag-register yung mga students, dito nila mas mali-discover yung mga orgs. Diba? Like, these are three things that we've never really invested on or parang had, in the past. Diba? So parang it's really new for us, it's new for our core team, and it's also going to be new for the students to experience, diba? So parang
Yeah.
at this point we're really trying to kind of iron out na, can we do dry runs for these? Can we do some practice runs for these to ensure na maayos pa sila for, it will turn out well for Rec Week mismo. Pero, ayun, parang it's also something na we're really, parang the back of our heads na rin na parang, will this be received by the students? Parang, will it be accessible to them? Parang, madali ba nilang makikita to? Or maintindihan ba nila? Parang, are we able to give them information in a way na magigets nila kung ano yung org life, parang ano yung mga orgs na available, diba? So, ayun, parang it's always been that, and that's what we've been working with naman since the start of the project, na parang what will be easiest for the orgs, how will we help the orgs best, and how can we also help the students best, diba? So I think it's good now we had that, or the core team had that, in the back of their heads the whole time, diba? Pero ayun, siguro in terms of right now na medyo crunch time na, we're getting really close to that point na Rec Week is starting. It's really ano lang, parang making sure na all of the screws are tightened, na every little detail is kind of ironed out already, para once we really get to the Rec Week mismo na registering na, parang ready na kami to kind of respond, kasi parang I think a theme of our preparations is that we had to be quick on our feet, kasi actually I don't think na mention kanina, pero twice kami nag-move kasi based on nung na-move yung school calendar. Actually, Rec Week is supposed to be, underway right now, di ba? Pero given that the school calendar moved, parang we actually had to move it, two times already, di ba? So really being quick on our feet, quick to adjust, and really open to any changes that could come our way. So I think that's one of the biggest keys, for the next three or so weeks na we're prepared, we have our plans ready, pero at the same time, if there's something na isn't working, or if there's something na we can change or improve, then parang we have to be open to that. We have to be quick to kind of respond and adjust to those things.
Yeah, siguro yung medyo under mentioned is that COA, parang whenever COA holds the Rec Week, it's not just a service to the registering students, no, pero it's also a service to the orgs themselves, na syempre tinutulungan ng COA yung orgs no, paano maihahatid yung message nila to the students, and at the same time paano matutulungan yung students to register to the to the correct, or to the correct org, or yung org talaga na what will parang fit their interest.
Yeah. And there's a website, no? So mukhang ganun yung magiging mode of delivery, a website where people can go and know more about the orgs and register to the para sign up to the orgs that they want to join.
Basically it's the it's the novelty of the virtual registration talaga, na of course nakakatakot, so to speak, dahil nga hindi pa talaga tested out, hindi pa siya seasoned process na katulad ng 'di ba, yung may stalls, may booths, may rovers, may taga-enta umaarte may taga-enta na humihiga sa sahig na ganyan.
Kaya sa CAF may nagre-read.
Oo. Yung kumakantang Blue Rep, ganyan. Ay, parang puro theater.
Puro theater yung ako eh. Para ako excited para siya mata-translate online. Will there be live streams? Will there be parang Zoom meetings that will be streamed on Facebook? May mga ganun ba na aabangan sa Rec Week?
Sir, for the first week, we'll be having COA-led events, so you can expect webinars from our programs committee, talk shows, and then there is also game night. So ayun, yung mga nagko-code po dyan, join po kayo. We need more teams. Tapos another, to cap off, yung last week po, we'll be having a variety show to showcase yung talents po of the org community. And then for the second week naman po, it will be more on org-led events. So organizations organize their own events, such as talks on getting to know their orgs more, their advocacies more. So yun po, those are the things that you can expect naman for the 2 weeks.
And within the 2 weeks, the students can already register to their chosen organizations.
Yes, sir.
So isa pa yun kagandahan ngayon, Sir Neil, kasi dati 1 week lang yan, minsan less pa nga eh, di ba? Minsan kasi natatapat siya ng faculty day, or minsan nagkakaroon ng bagyo, and then they have to suspend a day, di ba? So ngayon, mas mahaba, so more opportunity to get to know the orgs that you like, and then sign up.
Yun siguro yung yung advantage ngayon na diba, hindi na maaantala ng suspension, class suspension or ng iba pang event. Enzo, you want to add something?
Yeah, sir. Siguro for Rec Week kasi we also tried to model it in a way na yung first week parang we're just gonna be talking about org life in general, na parang what is org life, what can students expect from it. Kaya parang for the first week of Rec Week, the students can expect really more on the COA RecWeek led events, na parang our talk shows, our webinars na would really highlight org life in general, na what are orgs, why should you join an org, what can you get from an org, for example. And then transitioning into the second week na dito na papasok yung mga individual events ng org. So, really going deeper na into what orgs will be doing this year, or what specifically are the advocacies of orgs. Diba? So parang, I guess that's one thing that we had to really think about also, na paano ba yung daloy ng information na baka kapag pina-event namin yung orgs agad, or kapag marami ng mga ganaping orgs to start off Rec Week, baka mabulabog yung mga students, mataranta sila na ang daming ganapin also. We made the decision na, maybe for the first week, let's just really focus on org life in general na what is it, what can students gain from it, and then, moving towards, going deeper talaga with the orgs, and which is something that, we've left to them and they know best kasi it's really more about themselves and what they do for the year. So, ganun yung medyo daloy ng Rec Week. Pero, anytime during the 2 weeks, students can really register. Kaya nga namin ginawang mahaba is, parang, I think with the online landscape and with academics coming in, parang I think it's good for students to have enough time na rin to, see kung, to gauge kung paano yung ACADS nila, if committing to orgs is something they can handle, or siguro if it's something na they can balance, for example. And kung it also gives them enough time to essentially go around Red Brick Road or go around their website to see the different orgs talaga, and really giving them enough time to do that.
Okay, so the expectation is ang surge talaga of registration would be on the second week. Depende na lang kung parang alam na talaga nila bago pa, ngayon pa lang alam na nila kung ano gusto nilang salihan.
Yeah. Pero Sir Neil, if you think about it, it's truly an org festival, di ba? So, parang yun nga, for the longest time, that's what we want to highlight. So ngayon medyo we're closer to that, di ba? Dahil parang we have a full week of introducing org life, ayan, reintroducing org life to everyone. Yeah. So Rec Weeks pala ito.
Oo nga, hindi na pala Rec Weeks. Rec Weeks na pala. First time din.
Para Orsems.
Sige,
Orsemses.
Hirap.
Dami.
Siguro si Keanne naman, what are you excited about naman? What are you looking forward to ngayong papalapit ng first fully virtual Rec Week?
Siguro sir, I'm very excited about the initiatives that especially promos and programs have prepared for everyone. Kasi we try to parang encapture yung culture po ng Rec Week na parang magulo na masaya, tapos naghihilaan po lahat. So, we're really trying to create that noise rin kahit na nasa online. And we really need and we really aim for everyone's participation and cooperation just to make Rec Week a success, because we can't do this alone, and we're doing this for the orgs and for freshies and for the whole LS community. So I really hope everyone's excited for the games, the shows, may mga guest speakers din po kami, host, yun po.
Yeah. Yeah, maganda na yung sariling branding, iba talaga ang Rec Week. Talaga, yun nga, sabi niya yung hilahan, yung join. So, yun nga, sabi ko yung mga
Pero this time, Sir, Pero this time, thankfully, wala tayong oiliness
Yeah.
involved.
Oiliness. Ito naman.
Oo, oiliness. Pero mamimiss ko before yung mga samples, yung mga booth ng mga sponsors, yung mga ganyan. Photo booth.
Uy, dati may
May mga... Oo, di ba may photo booth dati? Anyway, pwede naman sa webcam yan.
Yeah. Siguro, si Enzo lang, tanongin natin. Meron bang, yun nga, do you think some of the innovations that you made and you decided to do for this particular Rec Week, itong virtual Rec Week na to, do you think some of these innovations can be brought to the future, no, for the future Rec Weeks of COAN? Meron bang mga sa ngayon pa lang, although some of them are tested yet dahil wala pa naman, may nakikita ka na bang pwedeng maipasa sa mga susunod na head siguro ng Rec?
Yeah, I siguro sir, parang I think one of the things na baka pwedeng ipasa, kasi parang what we're really trying talaga for this Rec Week is hindi lang siya, pantawid ng year essentially, na whatever we're doing, baka pwede nating tignan kung kaya siya for, succeeding years really. And I think one of the new innovations, or one of the changes that we tried to do this year is in terms of the website. Kasi in past years, yung website has been really sort of a supplement lang talaga to the on-site activities. Pero parang this year, nung na-realize namin na it was gonna be the main platform, we saw fit na parang to kind of change the way it looks, change the kinds of content that's in it. Now, for example, in past years, it kind of was, really text heavy, for example, na it might be hard for some students to navigate. Pero this year, parang one of the changes we did is nag-experiment kami in different kinds of media, na naglagay kami ng videos, for example, doon sa website, para the kinds of media and the kinds of content that would be there are, mas diverse and mas magiging, really consumable for the students. And I think it also goes with the way na parang that mindset of different kinds of mediums, different kinds of parang content that you wanna go for. I think that's something na very translatable to on-site, na actually mas okay yun pag on-site kasi mas malakas siyang magiging complement to the on-site event, na especially if you have different kinds of mediums online. And it's really that mindset na hindi ka mapapalimit sa what we've been doing before, na mindset na you're free to kind of be creative with the way you go about it, na as long as you stick to your message, as long as you stick to who you're doing this for and your constituents, parang really feeling free to change some things, change some processes, and change some practices that we've been having. So I guess that in mind, parang is something that's good to kind of carry over to future Rec Weeks talaga. Which Ella and Keanne will still be here for, hopefully.
Ayan, oo. Because Ella, you're in what year? Ano ba?
I'm fourth year, pero I'm extending po. That's why I'll be here next year.
And Keanne, you're a junior.
Next year.
Yes, junior po.
Ayan, no? Baka marami pang mangyaring innovations pa. Sa mga
I think sir, we'll also be seeing how it goes mismo sa Rec Week talaga, na how is it received, parang how are initiatives kind of received by the students, kung alin ba yung mga patok, alin ba yung maybe pwede nating ayusin for future years. And yun, parang it's a continuous learning process talaga for us, na internally within the core team, how to manage a team, or even into how to work with the orgs, how to communicate well with the organizations, and how to recraft our strategies. And from the day we started up until now and until the end of Rec Week, ayun, parang continually learning lang talaga. And I guess that sort of mindset will be good na moving forward, na what everything that we do, kind of what can we learn from this, and what could we, alin ba dito yung pwede nating gamitin talaga for future years then. So ayun, we'll be monitoring as we go and seeing kung are these really effective, and how could we maybe improve it, and for not just for next year, pero parang I think Rec Week, the idea of Rec Week as a celebration is something na shouldn't really stop after Rec Week ends, na it's really a year-long thing talaga, na Rec Week's just the start, na simula lang talaga siya. And it's something that we hope na throughout the years we can fix and we can try to improve on and strengthen if ever.
Marami na talagang kailangang ano ba, i-adjust, no? Even sa atin, Sir Ino, no, yung processes natin sa office at yung iba nating parang the way we do things, kailangan talaga mag-adjust. Siguro you're just forced by the pandemic, pero ano na rin naman talaga, no? Kailangan na rin naman talaga. May ilang elements of some of the things that we do that we can retain, pero
Yes.
dahil nagbabago na rin naman talaga ang panahon.
And in particular, yung ang tagal na, siguro buwan na, mula nung huli ako nakakita ng actual na printed na PPF. It's been months. Siguro pag nakakita ulit ako, kailangan ko ng kailangan ko siyang, I wanna take a hard look at it in real life. Pero hopefully, moving forward, no, we'll be seeing the end of all these paper processes, no.
Yes.
I'm sure sa RecWeek ganun nga din with the with the advent of your different the different materials, online materials that you've been using. And then kami din nga. So parang hopefully itong pandemic will bring about more di ba, more serious to take yung mga environmental issues like paper usage more seriously. Yeah.
All right. So, balik tayo kay Ella and Keanne. RecWeek, when is it happening? How can students find you?
Okay, so it will be happening on September 14 to 26, 2020. And we will be launching our site around next week. And you stay tuned na lang po in the COA RecWeek page to find out more announcements there.
Yan. Keanne, ano bang iba't ibang social media platforms na pwede nilang puntahan?
Sir, very active po ang Facebook and Instagram accounts po namin. They are all the info and posts naman po are streamlined between the two accounts. So, siguro by September 14 at 2 or 3 p.m., coarecweek2020.com, the website will be open now for everyone's usage and viewing. So hopefully everyone will really enjoy everything that we prepared. I don't know, sir, if nakikita niyo po yung mga blast po namin. RecWeek has been slowly churning. All the all the orgs are really waking up, and yun po. RecWeek's slowly coming alive na po.
Ayan.
Tsaka fire effect niya with the other orgs, di ba? Sobrang, they make their own designs and it's, wow. Sobrang, di ba? Breathtaking.
Oo nga, na yung actually gumagawa ng sarili nilang mga ganyang in line with COALESCE. Ayan. And
Yeah.
invite our students, especially siguro the freshies, for RecWeek 2020.
Ayan, yes. Sorry. So we're inviting everyone to participate in RecWeek. No, it doesn't mean registering for an org. No, it means na are you going out of your comfort zone, na trying something new, or if you have current interests and passions that you have, finding means to further develop it. But if you're looking for something new, parang it's also a means for you to really find out about more of that. So parang regardless of what kind of student you are or what you want to get out of orgs, talaga parang RecWeek will kind of help you out with that talaga na even if you're apprehensive pa with orgs, or if you're really looking forward to it, parang there's something in RecWeek for you, na the way we kind of craft our content and the way we design our approach is in a way na we're able to really attract different kinds of students, different kinds of individuals, na some for the more active members, some for the less active people, yung mga bago pa sa org life, or people who have been through 4 years of organizations, diba? And parang there's always going to be something new that you can experience. And I think I can speak for my team and also for co-MCB, na parang we're really proud of how the orgs have been really building up towards this, and they've been really preparing and working hard to not just showcase themselves and recruit members, pero to really go through with the year, to push through with the year with their advocacies and their interests, diba? So, ayun, parang I guess our message na rin for the students is to, try nyo lang. I think org life is a very interesting journey, and marami talaga siyang matutulong and mabibigay sa'yo na different kinds of experiences. And Rec Week is your start to that talaga na explore the orgs, look around the different organizations that you can join, and we're sure that there will be one that will pique your interest, one that will help you develop your passions, develop your skills, and one that you'll eventually learn to really appreciate talaga as you grow as a student, diba? Parang and I think I think we all agree naman na it really helps you enrich your Ateneo experience. Hindi talaga siya complete without joining an organization, and it's not just parang something that you say, pero it's actually true na marami kang experiences na makuha doon na would really help you in your growth as a student. So ayun, parang we encourage really all students to try it out, na not necessarily maybe join an org, pero look at what we have in store, watch our events, sali kayo sa mga webinars and our game nights namin. Hopefully that will allow you to really learn more about the organization community that we have, na very passionate, full of really enthusiastic individuals na really looking to advance their advocacy.
I agree. No? To complete your Ateneo experience, kailangan mo talaga sumali ng org or parang student group.
Mhm. You're missing half
Yeah.
of your Ateneo, believe me. And believe us as well, when everything goes back to normal, kung babalik pa, these are the people who you will look forward to in seeing when we all go back to normal. Your org mates and your org room.
Oh, your org room. Ayan. Dahil COALESCE nga, diba? At gusto ko rin sinabi ni Enzo na try nyo lang. Parang there's no harm in trying. Sign up, go to the GA, pagdaanin yung application process. Tignan nyo lang. Kung magustuhan nyo, maganda. Kung hindi, try another org.
Log out.
Log out lang. Online naman. Ayan. Try nyo lang, subukan nyo lang. And,
di ba?
Talagang para lang makumpleto, para makita ninyo what's all this buzz about Ateneo, org life.
Org life.
Puntahan kami kung may may mga questions pa kayo, or COA. Ayan. Ngayon pa lang we congratulate COA. We congratulate you for this fully virtual Rec Week. Another first for Ateneo, for LS, another first for COA. Sana hindi ganito sa susunod na fully online. Pero congratulations for adjusting, for adapting to the times. Mahirap. Sabi lagi namin sinasabi sa mahirap naman talaga ang org life. Pero parang once you get the hang of it, once you find your place in it, it's truly fulfilling.
Yeah, so mahirap siya, pero wala naman nagsabing hindi siya masaya. So,
and with that,
it's
on that note, thank you for the project heads of COA RecWeek 2020 COALESCE. We have Ella Cruz, we have Keanne, Abalos, and of course DPSP, the Special Projects Enzo Pisig, for joining us this morning. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And we will see you on RecWeek siguro, ewan ko, or kapag pwede na tayong bumalik sa Ateneo on-site.
See you soon.
See you in Rec Week, everyone.
Yes.
Join orgs. At mamaya, Sir Ino, 11 a.m. Andito na naman ang ating
Bigan sa Roma.
Cardinal Chito Dagle for the word exposed. all the way.
Grabe, joke lang po pero fun naman si Cardinal talaga kahit na nakikita natin siya sa lagi nakasmile.
Uy, nagulat
Jess
pa tayo pagbaba ako ng desk ko nandun.
Nandiyan si Cardinal tayo.
Ayan. And join us again next time for another episode of LeadX, brought to you by the Office of Student Activities every Monday at 9 a.m. here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Ako po si Reyes.
At ako po si Gino Flores. See you next week.
Happy weekend. Happy weekend. Well, happy weekend, son.
Lang.
Have a great week. Have a great Monday ahead. Bye, everyone.
LeadX. X is for the extracurricular life of the Ateneo College students. X is for the X factor that transforms them into leaders, into men and women for others. X is for LeadX. LeadX.